This is the trend of ES6 deliveries since the first week of July. So we saw that last week, the second week of January, NIO delivered 633 ES6s, which is down 535 from the week before and down 475 from the same time last month, down 42.87%. Now, this is the trend of deliveries for the ET5 plus ET5T combined together. And we see last week they delivered 547 vehicles, which is down 381 from the week before and down 375 from the same time last month, which is equal to negative 40%. Now, here is the trend in deliveries for the ES8. They delivered 102 vehicles last week, which is down 172 from the week before and down 151 from the same time last month, or down 59.68%. Here is the trend in deliveries for the 777. They delivered 81 vehicles, which is down 84 from the week before, down 89 from the same time last month, or down 52%. Here is the trend in deliveries for the EC6. They delivered 288 last week, which is down 177 from the week before and down 242 from the same time last month, or down 45%. So here, if we look at the overall deliveries all stacked together, you can see that everything has been going down quite substantially. All right. Now, this chart does look quite different from the chart I showed you before, because that little dip in the middle on the second week of October was because of national holiday. So I omitted that data inside this chart, so we have a more consistent look. So as you can tell, since the start of the year, NIO's deliveries have been dropping quite substantially for the last 2 weeks. Now, we also know that Tesla's deliveries fell as well for the first week of January, but actually Tesla's deliveries for the second week of January actually rebounded. So giving you guys a better clear picture, okay? So Tesla Model Y on the first week of January, they delivered 2,163. On the second week of January, they delivered 5,744. So it's actually increasing. All right, obviously they did a price cut, so that could be because of that. A lot of other guys are also doing price cuts. Let's take a look at some of the other guys, some of the ones that are really selling well. Even though this is our EREV, ITO M7, they delivered 5,487 vehicles in the first week of January, and then 6,379 vehicles in the second week of January. So ITO just selling like crazy. All right, they are selling like crazy, unbelievable. Now, but we got to look at some of the more traditional competitors. So Zeekr 001, they delivered 1,050 for the second week of January, which is down 377 from the week before and down 62 from the same time last month, only down 5.57%. And then you got the BMW i3, they delivered 934, which is up 177 from the first week of January, but down 139 from the same time last month, equal to negative 12.95%. BMW iX3, 723 vehicles delivered, so that's up 87 from the week before and up 114 from the same time last month, or up 18.7% from the same time last month. And if you look at the chart, this is very interesting, okay? If you compile everything together, you can tell that yes, everybody's falling down, but NIO is falling relatively a bit faster than the other guys. And it's very interesting to see that Zeekr 001 and then BMW i3, BMW iX3 have taken the 1, 2, 3 spot. And then you got ES6, NIO ET5T, EC6, ES8, and 777 below it, okay? Now, if we take a look at total SUVs delivered, that would be ES6 plus EC6, because some people might choose one or the other. They delivered 921 for the second week of January, which is down from 1,633 in the first week of January, and down from 3,065 total SUV deliveries in the last week of December. So even if you add both SUV sales together, it is above BMW iX3's delivery numbers, but below BMW i3 and Zeekr 001's delivery numbers. So this really puts an interesting perspective. And if you look at the market share wise, comparing just these vehicles, all right, BMW's pure electric cars, Zeekr 001, and also NIO's deliveries, we can tell that NIO has a 38% market share, BMW has a 38% market share, and Zeekr has a 24% market share. So this is kind of interesting. The drop in deliveries mainly due to policy change, making it 3 times harder to get license plates. That change, or the fear of that change, really pushed forward a lot of the deliveries in December. And what we're seeing right now is a lot of price cuts with BMW and all these other guys. And NIO is of course not sitting on these deliveries. They're also implementing price cuts as well, discounts. So today I went to the NIO store, unfortunately quite empty, and I talked to some of the sales reps, very candid conversation. They said it's very hard, it's very difficult. A lot of customers are indeed waiting for the A295 chip. Luckily, NIO is launching that ASAP. They're not waiting until the second half of the year, which was what I was told that they were doing last year in 2023. But obviously nobody's gonna wait until for that, right? They can't sit on these low delivery numbers. They gotta push it forward. So they're launching it in March. So that's very good. That's gonna give a nice solid boost to deliveries. But they're doing the big discounts, but it's only for inventory cars and also for the showroom cars. So if you buy a new car, it's still the same thing. And it just does not make sense to buy a NIO right now, to be very honest, all right? You know, my channel is all about honesty, to be honest, because in the next couple weeks, just a few weeks later, in March, you're going to have a chip upgrade. The car is probably going to be the same price. If you buy the car right now, then if you want the latest chip, then a few weeks later, you'll have to fork out maybe 15,000 RMB to get the chip upgrade. So obviously, it's better to just wait and not buy the car right now, wait until March and then buy that car and save yourself the chip upgrade fees. That is exactly what's happening, all right? Obviously, I want deliveries to happen right now. I wish that they could launch the A295 version right away, but it is what it is. I'm not trying to like hate on NIO or anything like that. I'm just trying to explain what's happening to you guys, okay? Now, what can we expect after March? Well, after March, definitely going to see an uptick in deliveries. Guaranteed for sure. The A295 chip will be a big selling point for a lot of people. But it'll be also interesting to see if they come out with other incentives, like lowering down the price of the battery, not the price of the car, the price of the battery, and also lowering down the monthly cost of BAS. If they do that, that will also further boost sales, which the head of NIO Power, Shin Fei, has hinted at before. So it is very likely that something like that could happen. Also, a lot of BAS NIO owners are frustrated. I've reported on this. I myself, I'm a BAS NIO owner. I rented the battery instead of buying it. It is what it is. I'm not frustrated at all. I am a little bit disappointed, but I really do think that NIO is going to have some adjustments to BAS because lithium prices have come down, and it makes sense for that to happen. And it's going to help out with sales. It's a win-win situation for everybody. NIO wants sales, investors want sales. I also want sales. Lowering the BAS price is also going to make every single existing BAS NIO owner very happy. So it's definitely the right thing to do. Also, make sure you're subscribed because I made a video inside the NIO store. Some pretty interesting things that I wanted to show you, but that's for my next video. So definitely hit the bell. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.